My girlfriend's sorority sister hit on me at a bar. I turned her down, but I wish I hadn't. Everyone warned me about Jenna. I thought they were just jealous of what we had. We met at a mutual friend's birthday party last summer. She was funny, confident, and seemed genuinely interested in my boring stories about my job at the warehouse. Within 2 weeks, we were official. Within a month, she was basically living at my apartment. My buddies kept saying I was moving too fast, but Jenna made me feel like the only guy in the room whenever we were together. I was completely hooked on her. 3 months in, things started getting strange. She would get visibly upset if I didn't text back within 10 minutes. She asked detailed questions about every female coworker I mentioned. She wanted passwords to my phone and all my social media accounts, claiming that sharing everything was just what couples in healthy relationships did. I gave her access because I genuinely had nothing to hide. Then came the night that changed absolutely everything. I was at Malone's, this sports bar, where my friends and I always went on Friday nights, waiting for my buddy Travis. Jenna said she had a terrible migraine and wanted to stay home resting. About 20 minutes into my second beer, this girl sat down right next to me. She was attractive, dressed like she was trying a little too hard, and immediately started making conversation. "Waiting for someone?" she asked, leaning in way too close. "Yeah, my buddy's running late." She touched my arm. "Well, lucky me. I'm Kristen. Do you come here often?" Something felt off immediately. Her questions were too direct, too rehearsed. She asked if I was single, if I lived alone, what I did for fun. When she suggested we grab a quieter table, I held up my hand. "Look, you seem nice, but I have a girlfriend. Not interested." Kristen's face did this weird thing, almost disappointed but strangely relieved. She excused herself to the bathroom and never came back. The next morning, Jenna was completely different, happier, way more affectionate. She made me breakfast and kept calling me her loyal king. Then she slipped up. "I knew you wouldn't fall for it," she said over her coffee. "Fall for what exactly?" Her face went pale. She tried to backtrack, but I kept pressing. Eventually, she admitted everything. Kristen was her sorority sister. The entire encounter was an elaborate test to see if I would cheat. I sat there completely stunned. "Babe, you passed," she said, grabbing my hand. "This proves what we have is real." I pulled away. "How many times have you done this?" She got quiet. Kristen wasn't the first. The coworker who added me on Instagram last month, Jenna's fake account, the attractive girl who messaged asking if I was from her gym, also Jenna. I felt physically sick. "I had to know you wouldn't leave," she said, crying now. "Guys always leave me." For a moment, I almost felt sorry for her, but then I remembered 3 exhausting months of interrogations, surveillance, and guilt trips. This was never love. This was control disguised as insecurity. I told her we were done. She begged, screamed, threatened to tell everyone I cheated. I just shook my head. "Tell them whatever you want." Kristen felt terrible about the scheme. 2 days later, she reached out to apologize. She confessed that Jenna had done this to her last 3 boyfriends. Kristen and I grabbed coffee to clear the air. We talked for 3 hours. Turns out she had been wanting out of Jenna's controlling orbit for years. That coffee turned into dinner. Dinner turned into more dinners. 6 months later, we are genuinely together. No tests, no traps, no fake accounts. Jenna found out through mutual friends. She showed up at a restaurant where Kristen and I were having dinner with friends. She stormed to our table, face red, hands shaking. "Are you serious right now?" she screamed. "My own sorority sister?" The entire restaurant went silent. Kristen looked like she wanted to disappear. Jenna pointed at her. "You're a backstabbing snake. I trusted you." I stood up and stepped between them. "You trusted her to manipulate me," I said calmly. "You trusted her to help you run your little experiments. That's not friendship, Jenna. That's using people. She stole you from me." I almost laughed. "Nobody stole anything. You pushed me out the door yourself. Every single day with you felt like being on trial. I couldn't grab lunch with a coworker without getting interrogated for hours. I couldn't visit my own mother without you accusing me of lying about where I was. I walked on eggshells constantly, and you called that love." Jenna's eyes filled with tears. "I gave you everything. You gave me anxiety," I said. "You gave me sleepless nights wondering what I did wrong." Kristen actually trusts me. She doesn't need to test me because she already knows who I am. The manager finally came over and asked Jenna to leave. She called us both horrible names on her way out while everyone watched. Kristen was shaking when I sat back down. I grabbed her hand across the table. "You okay?" She nodded slowly. "Thank you for standing up for me. Always."